Before I describe my thesis, I need to introduce one of the most fundamental particles in the universe, the neutrino. Now, these particles are so small and so ignorant of everything around them that right now, there are over 100 trillion neutrinos flowing through your body every single second. And to the neutrinos, it's as if you don't even exist at all. So how can we go about studying something that's basically invisible to everything? Well, even if we can't see a particular neutrino with any kind of reasonable chance, we can get around that by trying to look at a huge number of neutrinos at once. And we can do that utilizing one of the best man-made sources of neutrinos that exists, a nuclear reactor. Now, a nuclear reactor will produce a huge number of neutrinos through a process called beta decay. In beta decay, a single neutron will decay into an electron, a proton, and one of these neutrinos. Now, this neutrino will have a very particular energy signature based on the reactor that produced it. It's almost like the fingerprint of the reactor fuel itself. And in order to actually measure the way that we can measure a neutrino like this is by sort of flipping around the way that it's produced in the first place, where inverse beta decay is when a neutrino comes in and interacts with a proton and then produces an electron and another neutron. Now, my thesis is focused on trying to discover the difference between different types of nuclear reactors based on the neutrinos coming out of them. Because, for example, a power reactor, which is predominantly fueled by uranium, is going to have neutrinos of a different energy source than, say, a weapons-grade reactor, which is predominantly plutonium-based. And so by measuring the energy of these outgoing products, the electron and the neutron, we can infer the original energy of the neutrino that was produced in the reactor. And by measuring that, we can try and determine what type of what type of reactor produced that neutrino in the first place. In particular, I worked to help build a 4-ton neutrino detector that was designed to measure the energy of the outgoing products of this inverse beta decay reaction. By further developing this detector technology, one in principle could deploy an entire suite of neutrinos across the world in an effort to try and independently verify the shutdown of nuclear weapons programs. Because even if you can put on gloves to conceal the fingerprints of yourself, there's no way that you can hide the fingerprints of a nuclear reactor, their neutrino signature. Thank you.